So, hello, once again I'm back on my old trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. Before I will continue, let me check the stream if it works properly. Here we are. Okay, seemingly it works, so no worries. So yeah, as I was saying, once again, I'm recording locally and streaming. Today I'm streaming on a YouTube live service once again. And let me show you the system information, first using the GUI method, by using the system settings, system, and then about, and then system details. And as you can see here, Alienware M17 R5 AMD. It has 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of SSD storage space. The AMD CPU is a Ryzen 9 6900HX, and the GPU is also an AMD Radeon RX 6800M. As you can see, I'm using Ubuntu 26.0 for LTS long-term support. I think the code name is Resolute Raccoon. The GNOME is version 50 on Wayland, of course, and it's the new Linux kernel of 7.0.0 yada yada. Anyway, this is the GUI. Let's go on the terminal. Here we are. Let's zoom in. I think this is more than fine. Anyway, Ubuntu 26.04 Resolute Raccoon, yada yada yada. I want you to take a good look on the screen resolution. It's full 4K 840 by 2160. So I repeat, 3840 by 2160. 17-inch display, 120 Hz, and unlike the past days, I'm streaming and recording at 4K 60 FPS. Today is a stress day for the system. I'm going to put it to the test. So yeah, before I will continue with that, let me show you the OBS settings basically. Here we are. Output is as you can see, I'm using both for the audio encoder and the video encoder for streaming and recording, FMPEG, AAC for the audio, and VAPI H.264 for the video. I'm using 30,000 bitrate and MKV video file. And then, as you can see on the video, the screen resolution is the full 4K that I said before, and 60 FPS. This is quite good quality, I must say myself, and I wish I was able to do this across all of my machines and all of my streaming services. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, back to business. As I said, I'm using Ubuntu. And what is Ubuntu? Let's first read the Wikipedia page. Ubuntu is a Linux distribution based on Debian and composed primarily of free and open source software. Developed by the British company Canonical and a community of contributors under a meritocratic governance model, Ubuntu is released in multiple official editions: desktop, server, and core for IoT and robotic devices. Ubuntu is published on a 6-month release cycle with long-term support LTS versions issued every 2 years. Yada yada yada. Plenty of good information to read here. Now this is the ubuntu.com website, basically canonical Ubuntu. And then if you try to download the desktop version of the system, this is the web page, Ubuntu for desktops. the #1 open source operating system powering millions of PCs and laptops around the world. The secure modern operating system used by millions, thousands of applications, blah blah blah. So yeah, and about the GNOME, let's go to the Wikipedia. GNOME is a free and open source desktop environment for Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. It is distributed as the default desktop environment of many major Linux distributions, including Debian, Fedora Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, SUSE Linux Enterprise, and is the default in Oracle Solaris, a Unix operating system. GNOME is developed by the GNOME project, which is composed of both volunteers and paid contributors, the largest corporate contributor being Red Hat. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to read all. I'm not feeling very well, as you know, in the past many days now. This disease, it's not getting off of me, it seems easily. Anyway, this is the official website of GNOME, an independent computing platform for everyone. A more elegant way to use your computer, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can read yourself on your own time. I will not waste any more of your time here on the stream or on the video later on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm not streaming just for fun for today in 4K 60 FPS, but I really want to stress the system, especially being a GNOME based system, because I think I managed doing that only in KD Plasma, not because how can I say this? Not because KD was the best option, but I think it was something that just happened, so to speak. So if maybe I'm wrong about this, maybe I did this in PKOS and I don't recall, but I think this is the first time doing this. I'm streaming and recording 4K 60 FPS. Anyway, here we are. So at first I will load the game. This game is the massive multiplayer role-playing game. The name is Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't, doesn't matter. It's quite a cool game. Anyway, I will launch that and we'll take it from there. So let me put in my code. I'm not going to play the game, just go into a main city hub, which is busy usually, and how can I say this? I will just run around, go outside the hub, do a few things here and there, and then return to the city, to the hub, and then I will just try to keep on loading more apps, and then go back to the game, and I will do that back and forth a bit, and see how the system performs. And keep always in mind, if the recording will crash, the stream will crash, or both, I'll just try to return as soon as possible, both to the stream and to the recording. So have that in mind, please. As I said, this is the first time for me on this system. I didn't even do it offline, so maybe it will be a complete disaster, but whatever. Also, the system had an update, a somewhat good update a few days ago, but I don't have time to play the game, so whatever. But when I do have time to play a game, this is my game. I'm not a gamer, so excuse me for that, because I can't show you any more games running on my systems. But this is how it goes. Anyway, let's go and start the game. The game is running in 4K resolution and 60 FPS. So this is 1-to-1 as far as screen resolution goes. Recording, streaming and gaming in 4K 60 FPS, and hopefully everything will go well. I'm not sure if you are able to hear the fan noise going up. That's only normal when you are loading a game or doing some heavy duty stuff, at least on my system. But all things considered, this Dell Alienware, it's not that loud. Anyway, here we are. As I said, this is a hub down, and this is, as you can see, it's about 50 something FPS. Now we'll just go ahead and sprint a bit like this, boom. Now we'll try to take my character out of the hub. So far no problem at all. The performance is very good, I must say. No hiccups, no lags, nothing. Even when it said 50 something FPS, I didn't feel anything while trying to control my character. Now this is just nothing for this character. These mobs are nothing. I just want to hit a few stuff and then go back to the city. Is all. Yeah, done deal. Sunny day in Eorzea. And yeah, let's go back to the city. Sprint again. Keep always in mind, this is going to be the first part of the stress test of the system. I'll leave the character in the city hub in the center of it, where usually more people are around it. And I'm sure many more people will be logging in and out, will be teleporting in and out here. So yeah, let's put the character here. Let's zoom out a bit. I think that's fine. And now I will go back and start loading stuff and see if the game will crash or something. Sorry. Let's start with the dock apps. Okay, so far so good, I must say. It's very like oh wow, yeah, everything is very fast. Everything feels so snappy and very fast. Okay, okay, very interesting. Okay, yeah, why not? This is very good. And then let's go like this again. Let's go for the writer. Let's do the usual test. If you have seen my other streams or videos, you know this is something that I always do. Let's go back to the game. Boom, nothing. Nothing. Like, I mean it, like nothing. Okay. Let's try to do, you know, like expose kind of thing. Boom. Okay, I think I know what's up. Yep. I have a mouse hover for the focus and the game grabs immediately. If the application is not full screen, it grabs immediately the attention, and yeah. See? I can't do it. So I must have this one, for example, and then do it. Of course, I can use the keybind, but I'm talking about the mouse. And then this is another test. Back to the game. Boom, nothing. Amazing. Streaming, recording, and doing stuff at 60 FPS. No, not breaking a sweat. Let's go to another desktop. Okay, let's go to the OBS. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Amazing. Anyway, you know what? I will keep on going. I will load a few more applications. Let's just go with Krita. Perfect. New image. Create. Create, yeah, now I pressed it. Okay, this is the speechball thing that I was talking the other day. For some reason, in some apps, I don't know why the system does it. It's like a macOS thing. I know I can use the system, see? It's just spinning. Eventually it returns, but here it is. Yeah, anyway. What else? Let's go and load a few more apps. Yoplin. As you can see, themes and everything will go very well. Let's go with Inkscape. And all these apps are not a joke. Some of them are very heavy duty. Boom, amazing. Expose, boom. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. And then let's keep on going a few more. Let's go with the calendar. Let's put it like this. And then let's go for the weather. Why not? Okay, this is interesting. Maybe the servers are busy where it gets the data from. Here it is. Let's go with PDF Arranger. What else? I don't know. This is quite an unusual usage, but I'm just trying to stress the system. But as you can see, everything is like instant, so to speak, like loading and switching around, loading and switching around, not breaking a sweat. Yeah, amazing. This is amazing. MPV, Wix. Let's go with the settings too. Yeah. Expose, boom. Expose. Let's go to Krita. Let's go to Inkscape. Expose. Kdenlive. Expose. Yeah, like nothing. I don't know if you can understand this. It's like nothing. Nothing. Yeah, insane stuff. All things considered, so far so good with Ubuntu. I will exit the game, it's not needed any longer. And something tells me even if I will load a few more applications, nothing will change. So much for stressing the system. As you can see in the history graphs here, nothing. It's like maybe the GPU a bit, but processor, memory, SSD, nothing. Of course, the Ethernet is picking up too because I'm streaming and recording, and the streaming is high quality, so that makes sense too. But yeah, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Anyway, let's close the apps. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I think I couldn't do anything with the system, nothing that will put it to shame, not even for a bit. I must say that even with my customizations, with my rising, I don't know how to call it anymore. Yeah, no problem at all. Keep always in mind I'm working on the background regarding my wallpaper jumper, my mouse cursor factory. So far has been great. Also for the people with that know a bit more, maybe you have noticed already, I've done some progress in my terminal as well. yeah, so far so good. More things to come. No need to drag this any longer. Ubuntu seems nice. My guess is, especially if you're not like an old stuck-up foolish cow like myself, without the need of changing appearances and all that, Ubuntu can be a fine system for you, be it for gaming or for serious work, you know, like or even normal everyday life stuff like browsing the web, email, chatting, etc. And yeah, even on this somewhat old system, it's still amazing performance. And as I said the other day, and I think this must be the case, when I'm exporting stuff on Kdenlive, even though, or maybe it's the Flatpak version that I've been using, but no, I think it was from day one with the Snaps version as well. And this cannot be a feeling or some random thing. I think the export times for my full HD videos or my 4K videos, it's better, it's faster, it's more stable, or at least the reporting is more stable, because I think for me it was before this Ubuntu GNOME 50 and Linux kernel 7 let me zoom in and yeah, let me explain a bit. The previous systems were not having this version of the GNOME 50.1. The other systems did not have the Linux 7 kernel. And of course they weren't Ubuntu. So maybe something they did in the background had the end result gave Kdenlive a better performance, at least when exporting 4K or Full HD files. Or I don't know what to say. Certainly it feels better when exporting stuff, and it cannot possibly be like only reporting the FPS per second, so to speak, because when you export with Kdenlive, it says back before Ubuntu it was saying like 25, 50, 70, 30, 25, 45, it was all over the place. Now it's more like 50, 70, 70, 50. I think it has better performance. Maybe the next time that I will put Fedora, I don't know the exact attributes of that distribution. Maybe more or less they're the same, but yeah, we will see. All in all, I'm after all said and done, thumbs up for the Ubuntu team. I was quite negative in the first few videos, but that's on me because I have, like, you know, demands of like how I want to customize my systems. But if I will take that out of the equation, and as long as one uses Flatpaks, no problems whatsoever. I maintain that this App Store for Snaps and Debian packages, and not for Flatpaks as well, is not a good deal. One must, for example, search for Kdenlive. If anyone is going to see this video from Ubuntu team, take this into account. This is very problematic in my opinion. I should not have, not me, anyone should come here to change after the search and select for Debian, and then the system perform another search or something, and then if I needed Flatpak to go to the terminal or something. Unless I'm missing something, maybe an option or something, maybe I'm missing, I don't know this system very well. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the problem is me again. Unless I miss something, this should not be the case. When a user searches for an app, when you are using an app store, in my opinion, you should have Snaps version, Debian version, Flatpak version. Even if you want, worst case scenario, you just say Kdenlive, you just say Kdenlive video editor, and then the user clicks on that, and then here they could get the option Debian, Snaps, or Snaps Debian, Flatpak. As it is now, it's not just that I don't like it. I think it's like it works against the user. And yeah. Anyway, no need to argue anymore. I think we are on a good track. I'm guessing that I will be doing at least a couple more videos for Ubuntu. And then I want to go back to Void because I make a promise. I want to go back to Void, complete that one, and then go to Fedora 44. So that's my plan. Go back to Void, MacBook Pro 2012, accomplish the things there, and then go back to Fedora 44. But yeah, a couple more videos will come for Ubuntu 26.4, 0.04 LTS. Couple more videos for sure. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Bye!